Good morning guys, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma. If you're new around here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It's all about gardening, the allotment. Hello everyone, welcome back to my allotment channel. My name is Emma. If you're new around here, I would love for you to click the subscribe button down below and make my day. Today I'm going to be showing you and sharing with you my garden makeover and also giving you a little tour of the garden so far. It's definitely a long way away from being finished, but when I show you where we started from to where we've come to now, I think you'll agree we've done a really good job. It's completely ready now to plant up for spring and just to do those sort of finishing touches, kind of like to do the fun stuff of gardening, like the stuff that you kind of dream about doing when you go out in the garden, getting the plants in, getting the seeds in, deciding where trees are going to go, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's where we are right now. I'm going to take you back till last August when we first got the house. The garden was totally overgrown. It had great big bushes and blackberry bushes and a big tree in the middle that we couldn't even get to. So the first job that we did was to cut back as much as we could in the garden. We discovered this really beautiful apple tree, but it was completely wrapped in ivy, and the ivy had clearly been growing for about 20 years because the stem of the ivy was bigger than the trunk of the tree. It's actually thanks to the lockdown that we managed to do so much work on our garden, because had we not had that time and Dave was furloughed, and had we not had just like months ahead of us of nothingness, I don't think we'd have started on that project. Clearance was just the main job. That was it. We went in that garden every day, and what we were doing is putting on big thick gloves, sorting rubbish, putting stuff into bags, trying to like organise bags around the garden. We just had piles and piles of black bags, and every time we got rid of a pile of black bags, a new pile would like emerge. We found so many weird stuff. We found an old Victorian metal bath, and we found this big trunk which had nothing in it, unfortunately. So we just basically painstakingly cleared until we had this great big patch of brown dirt, and that was when it got really exciting, and we were thinking about the design of a garden. And you know, we're quite lucky with our garden. It's long, it's narrow, and we found a patio at the back, so it's almost like the layout came to us. We didn't kind of design it. It was like the most logical layout to do. The garden's on a bit of a slope, so it sort of goes up like that towards the patio. So one thing we wanted to do was have flat levels. So the most obvious thing to do would be to build, you know, some kind of sleeper wall at the front, and then have it raised and have a grass level that's kind of all flat and some little shallow steps going up to it. So we kind of landscaped our own garden. It's really not as difficult as you think to landscape your own garden. It just takes a little bit of creativity, lots of Googling, lots of YouTube watching. The garden kind of went from this, there's a train going past now. We back right onto a railway track as well, which is why we got the house for such a cheap price. I think people are quite scared of having a railway line right behind their house, but actually I don't mind it. It's never bothered me. I don't mind the noise. We've always grown up in London, so it's never quiet here anyway. We're now at the point of the garden where we're ready for planting and stuff. It's so exciting. I've got this little courtyard bit at the front where a lot of people extend their kitchen out into that bit actually. But what I've decided to do is create a kitchen garden out there. So kind of like an extension of the kitchen, but growing. So I'm going to grow herbs and tomatoes and stuff. I'm going to show you a little tour of the garden as it is right now. Right, welcome to my garden, guys. So, oh look, it's a bloody train already. Can you believe it? This is the part of the garden that I'm most excited about, because this is our like courtyard area, and I'm planning on making it into like a growing garden, like vegetables and herbs and fruit and stuff. So I'll show you it from here because you can get an idea of the size of it. So it's this really nice blank canvas at the moment. We've done our windows up, so they're quite nice now. And yeah, it's a really good size. This palette we picked up, this is going to be a table at some point, and we got that from when we did our loft up. But you can see the size of this area, and it goes around here as well. And this wall here is a bit of a sun trap, so I thought this would be quite good for like tomato plants or something. So I'm hoping to make this wall a living wall with like herbs on it or something, some kind of structure on that wall. And then I'd like to have a little seating area there, just like a really small one. And then you can see I just want the whole area to be full of plants that you can eat, herbs, tomatoes and fruit and veg and all the rest of it. So this is going to be like a little kitchen garden, and that's our kitchen. Okay, that's our kitchen there, which Tommy's just demonstrated. So these are our dodgy steps, so we need to have these sorted. I think we're going to re-render them and paint them a lighter colour or something, but you can see how they're just really old. They just need a little bit of TLC, and they're sort of bending a bit, which is a little bit more concerning. They're quite steep, there's nothing we can really do about that, but yeah, they just need a bit of TLC, I think, a little bit of a render. This retaining wall we made ourselves. We'd never done it before, had no idea how to do it, so we bought some railway sleepers and put some gravel underneath them, and we just laid them out, put them together, and then manipulated the soil behind it, so we kind of landscaped our own garden, which is pretty amazing really. But I don't know if we did this right at all, I have no idea, but it's worked so far, and you can see it's sort of kept all the soil up here, so it's on another level. And then these steps have not been fixed in yet, so they're just sort of floating. But yeah, eventually we will fix these in properly. I've just got a bit of ground sheet under them at the moment to stop them rotting so much, but I don't know if they need treating or something. But yeah, we sort of did all this landscaping ourselves, which just goes to show you don't need to have an expert come in and do it if you've got a bit of creativity and a little bit of hard work. So pretty proud of that. This area here is currently our dumping area. I've got a nice little thing here. I've got a nice little bed there. Something in. I think it really needs to be like a something growing there or something. I've just got a ground sheet down at the moment to stop any weeds, and it's just like I said, just dumping. And then we go onto our lawn with the two beds either side, which are quite small. I picked this little plant up in the autumn time, and it's I can't remember what it's called, but it's the only one we've got in. And then what I've done is along the borders I planted 100 daffodils, which are starting to come up now, so the whole borders should be daffodils soon. I'll show you, look, there they are, first daffodils of spring. Got these two little trellises here, which will be quite good for it's just privacy. It's just like giving this area here a bit of a like making it into another section, if you know what I mean. And then when you come through here, we have to redo this path at some point. And then this is all our stuff, so we need to get a little shed there, which is fine. And then this is my favourite flower bed, because if you stand here, look at it, it's just lovely. And you can sort of sit here and then see this flower bed. So again, I've planted a load of daffodils. We've got this little tree in here. Here comes a train. So this is an Acer tree, and it should be really, really blossomy in the spring, and then give really nice berries in the summer, is the idea of it, I think. Oh, in the autumn, sorry, berries in the autumn and blossom in the summer. And then down here I planted a load more daffodils, but this is going to be all planted up beautifully. And then we will have some kind of raised planter here to like give some privacy from over there, and maybe a tree actually, that'd be quite nice. And then these are our pallet sofas that we made, and we did these out of just pallets and just sanded them down and painted them. We need to do the table yet, and yeah, I'm quite proud of these. I was thinking these here might be quite good for planting in along the back of them. Not sure how annoying that would be when you're trying to sit on them, but I might give that a go. Yeah, there's a little bit of trellis there for a little clematis that I stuck in last year. Not sure if that'll survive or not, who knows. And that is the view down. And that's our new loft extension. So very exciting. So you can see that the garden is kind of ready for planting now. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see it all grown up, and like all the trees and shrubs and stuff growing. The grass has taken really well. I didn't mention the grass there, but you might have seen my video before. I will link it now, of when we laid the turf down on the like for the first time, and it's just taken so well, and it's just doing amazingly. So that's all good. I hope you enjoyed the video today, guys, and I will be back tomorrow with another vlog as usual. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.